What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. You know, it seems like the only one in LA that wants Kyrie to actually come aboard and wear a Lakers jersey is LeBron James. It seems like everybody else is kind of like, not on the Kyrie Irving train, or they're just skeptical about it because of who Kyrie Irving is and what he has displayed about himself that makes people weary about putting, any type of stock into him. I mean, think about it. The Brooklyn Nets don't even want to put stock into him, and they have a chance to win a championship with him, Kevin Durant, and Ben Simmons. So, I mean, it's like if the Nets are done with him, then that tells you what other teams really think of Kyrie Irving. And, LeBron James, a lot of people may not want to say it, but LeBron could be the huge, the biggest blame of these last two seasons if next season turns out bad. Because if next season turns out bad, hypothetically, and they get Kyrie Irving and trade Russell Westbrook and everything goes his way, and they have another down season where they don't even make the playoffs, or if they make the first round of the playoffs and get knocked out, it'll be another bust season for the Lakers. And that'll be something that no Lakers fan wants to see. And that'll be 2 years in a row that LeBron James took it upon himself to, go after or make the team go after players that really don't help them in their development, or I'm not going to say development, but don't help them in their championship aspirations. Russell Westbrook can't do it. And if Kyrie comes aboard, hypothetically, which seems really, really bleak right now, doesn't seem like it's going to happen, but it still might. But if he does come aboard and they don't win a championship, it'll just be another bust season. And this is what I'm saying. Now it'll be looked at as LeBron James being the blame, or one of the biggest blames, more so for the Lakers' downfall rather than their rise that they had a couple years ago in the bubble, winning the championship, which a lot of people thought that was a little bit of different of a championship because the standards were different. It wasn't the same. And like I said, a lot of things went on at that time. Kobe passed and all that. The Lakers were just geared to actually, win that, really, if you ask me. But I don't look at no asterisk beside the championship. A win is a win, so that's how I look at it. But everybody looks at it differently. I respect that. But my thing is this. Everybody can see Kyrie Irving is really not the answer. And like I said, I believe the whole Lakers organization, Jeannie Buss, Rob Pelinka. I mean, I don't even like Rob Pelinka, but still, I believe even he knows Kyrie Irving really isn't the answer. You know what I'm saying? I believe, a lot of reporters, and then, you see reports and stuff like that. If you look at Sports Illustrated and things like that, you see reports about certain media people and certain reporters saying that, no way, no how the Lakers need to get Kyrie and all the stuff. He'll just make things worse for the Lakers. And I think a lot of those analysts and a lot of those people are right, because when they say that, they're only speaking from what they know of what Kyrie brings, which is hell. Kyrie doesn't bring any grace. As much as he talk about, when you saw him on I Am Athlete, with Brandon Marshall and all them, or whatever, the Sage and all the stuff he's talking about. Yeah, he doesn't bring that to the locker room though. That calm looking guy or calm guy that you saw maybe on I Am Athlete and some of the shows that come on YouTube where he was, interviewed and everything, that's not the Kyrie Irving that apparently that is in the locker room. It can't be, because if it is, then I don't know how these teams go like from being a championship caliber type team to, the bottom of the barrel. I just don't get it. And like I said, I think everybody else sees it. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie Irving is more of a disruption in the locker room rather than a help. And this is what I'm saying. This guy done messed up two teams already. And like I said, the Brooklyn Nets, I mean, if you look at the team now, they're poised to win a championship now. If they stay together, they got a big three on that team. But he's willing to, part ways if the organization doesn't do what he wants them to do. And that's the problem with Kyrie. It's all self-centered around him. And I really don't think he gives a damn about nobody else. I don't even really think he cares about KD as much as KD cares about him. And this is the reason why I said KD really needs to stand on his own 2 feet and make his own decision, because I've never seen a superstar or alpha type player be a follower. It just never usually happens that way. So if anything, Kevin Durant really needs to make his own decision and go his own way, and don't try to be sent in a package deal with Kyrie to the Lakers and all this other stuff. Just stay where you are. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a good team, or go somewhere else if you want to build your own team, because Kyrie Irving is all about himself. Because honestly, the Brooklyn Nets should at least have been to a finals by now. They just just had James Harden, Kyrie, and KD. Even without James Harden, they still have got a good enough team to make a finals. I mean, really, they do. I mean, Kyrie and KD is definitely more than enough. And like I said, that operation didn't work, and I definitely think a lot of Lakers fans, a lot of the Lakers organization don't think it's going to work either. I just feel like LeBron wants somebody else on his team so bad because, you know, he feels like he can't count on Russ, and he can't, because Russ is just not a fit for him and the structure and everything of the way the team is. And on top of that, I understand where LeBron's coming from somewhat also, because he really can't count on Anthony Davis. The guy stays hurt a lot. You know, Charles Barkley calling him street clothes, and LeBron is really all lonesome to himself, putting up all these points, and they're just losing all these games the way they did last year. They was like 10, 15 games under 500 last year, and that's the first time I think I've ever seen a LeBron team that far playing under 500 basketball, maybe since his rookie or second year, maybe with the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I don't even know if his record was that bad then. So I mean, that's my point. Like, it's really bad. So I mean, I just feel like LeBron's just catering to somebody like Kyrie, because he know Kyrie can score. Kyrie could take a lot more weight off his shoulders, and you know, it can actually make him last another year or two in the NBA if he got a dynamic scorer like that on the floor with him all the time, and somebody he's won a championship with as well. So I can see LeBron's point, but I feel like what he's trying to do would be ruining the team, and I feel like it would be a bad decision overall. And I know LeBron really probably doesn't see it that way, but in the long run, I definitely think it'll be a bad decision. I don't think, for some reason, I don't know if the Lakers would come out with a championship even if they did acquire Kyrie Irving. Now, of course, they got Kyrie and KD. Well, of course, I think that would be a championship probably, but I mean, even still, it still wouldn't be easy, but it'd be a whole lot easier having those two players. I mean, it would almost be like they would just win the championship, you know what I'm saying, unless they just had a catastrophic like drop off or something like that. But I mean, we have to see how everything, unfolds for the team. But right now, like I said, the only one that really wants him, I think, is LeBron James. And like I said, if this Kyrie Irving trade goes through, it's going to be so much more talks this summer and leading up to the season. I mean, it would be, it would be a bad thing for the Lakers in some degree, because the expectation would be even higher than it was this past year with Russell Westbrook being on the team, of course, because they got Kyrie. And like I said, even if they do get Kyrie, it's no guarantee they win a championship, because hell, Kyrie was just with KD and they just got swept by a Boston Celtics team that made it to the finals. So I mean, it's like, just because you get Kyrie, that doesn't mean that's the end all be all. I've told you guys millions of times what their problem is. It's on the opposite side of the court, which is defense. LeBron can't play it the way he used to. AD doesn't play it at times. And then Russell Westbrook has never been known for playing defense. And then the rest of the team is just too old to play defense, along with, LeBron James. So this is what I'm saying. Kyrie Irving really isn't the answer. They got enough offense. Defense is what they need to focus on. And they did actually, try to upgrade, get Thomas Bryant, a couple other players in there. Lonnie Walker, got him there too. I mean, they do got some defense now. They're trying to add a little bit to their defensive side. And I think that's more or less because of Darvin Ham. But at the same time, focus more on that side of the ball, because offensively, they scored a lot of points last year. I've seen a lot of games where they put up, a lot of points. They scored over 110 points. It was a lot of games where they scored the way they were supposed to, but they just couldn't sustain the leads that they had, or, when they made comebacks in games and tied games up when they were down 10, 15 points, they couldn't sustain it either because they didn't have no defense to stop nobody. And that's their biggest problem. So like I said, I just think the Kyrie Irving thing and all this is way far-fetched. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, Lakers fans, I wouldn't worry about it. I would just, partition and put out there more, hey, we need more defense. That's what we need. We got enough offense. We got 3 top 75 players. You know what I'm saying? Offense you can find a way to get offense with 3 top 75 players. The defense is what's going to help you win championships. So this is what I'm saying. They need to focus more on that, and maybe that'll better their chances. But we'll see how everything unfolds, the Kyrie situation and all that. Hopefully, for the Lakers' sake, they don't go after and give up everything for for Kyrie Irving, who's definitely not sacrificing anything for them. And, you know, we'll see how it pans out. But I know LeBron will be dissatisfied if they don't get him. But I definitely feel, for some reason, I feel like LeBron feels like they're going to get him. And I feel like he'll be disappointed if they don't get him. But either way, you know, it's going to be what it's going to be. And either way, the Lakers got to play better next year than they did this past year. So we'll see how it all pans out for them. But, you know, hopefully everything goes better for them than it did the last time, which is this past year. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section. Check out my other videos if you haven't. And hey, Khaliis out.